Okay, I'm going to show you how to build recipes using the phone app for MyFitnessPal in a couple of different ways. We're going to go over how to import one from the MyFitnessPal blog, their suggested recipes, which is probably the easiest way, and they're really healthy and pretty good. We're also going to talk about how to import a recipe from one that you find online, which I do a lot, and then also one that you build yourself from scratch. Now, I really like to cook, so I do that one, but it's a little more work. So first, we will look at how to use one from the MyFitnessPal blog. We're on our home screen. It's pretty simple. If you click on the More button on the bottom right-hand side, now this is an iPhone, it might be different for Android, but bottom right-hand side, the three dots, click More, and then Recipe Discovery, sort of in the middle there. They have all of their recipes categorized, makes it super, super easy. So immune support, pantry staples using things that you have in the cupboard, pre-workout, post-workout, high protein, low carb. Let's look at one for high protein, one that we think might sound pretty good. This ramen, let's give that a look. Now, if you click on that, everything is measured out. It's super easy. You can see here that my bookmark tab is highlighted on the top right-hand side. That's because it's one I wanted to save for later. So I'll show you how to do that really quick. You see how this one is filled for the ramen. If we look to the left on the pan-roasted Italian chicken with pesto, it's not bookmarked, but if you click it, it's filled in. Now I can come back to it later. So we have our ramen here. If we just click Log to Diary, that'll add it right to our diary here. Super easy. Top right-hand side, click the check mark. We're going to have it for dinner and view it in our diary. There it is. Okay. Let's say we want to add one from the web that we found. Just for simplicity's sake, I went ahead and found one for tuna salad. So I'm going to click on the bottom right again for More, three dots. Come a little bit lower to where it says My Meals, Recipes, and Foods. And there's one in there, but let's go from scratch where it says Create a Recipe at the bottom here. Click that. We're going to add it from the web. Now, you can choose one of these sites to add it from, make it easy, or this is the way you'll probably most likely do it. Come to your browser here. You're going to select the URL, copy that, paste it into the URL bar here, paste that, and it's going to pull up the recipe, as you'll see. If we import the recipe here, it is going to pull up a whole list, as you see. Keep in mind that you might need to double check this list. So let's take a look what happens when we hit the right-hand arrow to move forward. So far, so good. Everything looks okay as we go through this list here. Salt and pepper, great. A lot of times what might happen is, like, if I put in fresh ginger, it'll pull up ginger ale. So that's something you need to look at and see, and maybe make some edits, some tweaks. We hit the right arrow to move forward to the next step. I think this one is supposed to serve, let's say, 8 people. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so 232 calories. If we hit save and log it, that'll go right to our diary. If we just hit save, it'll be saved in our catalog of recipes. So let's do save and log it. And we're going to have this as a snack. Hit the check mark on the top right, and boom, there it is. Pretty simple. Now, if you want to add a recipe of your own, it's also pretty simple to do. Like I said, just a little more manual. So we're going to hit More again, My Meals, Recipes, and Foods, and we're going to create a recipe. But in this time, instead of add from the web, we're going to enter ingredients manually. So let's say I want to make tuna salad, and let's say it serves 6 people, and I know the kind of tuna that I like. It's called Safe Catch. It's a really good one. They test every fish for mercury. It's a little more expensive, but there's a lot of bad tuna out there. So Safe Catch ahi tuna, let's say 2.5 2 ounces. So I think that is half of a can. If you hit return, you come to the next line. We're going to do mayonnaise. And let's say we'll do 1 tablespoon of that, because that is that's a serving of it. If I can type. Sorry, guys. Okay. We hit return. Let's add a teaspoon of salt. And let's see what that looks like. So hit the forward arrow here. As you can see here, it kind of pulled in a different name for my tuna, but so let's just double check that. If I click that ingredient here, let's search the database and see what it can find. So there's my ahi tuna from Safe Catch up at the top. Now, you notice on the bottom right, you can also scan your items. That's the best way to get a more accurate import of your nutrients. Make sure that's the one that we want. Yes, 1 serving of that. Cool. So if we hit the forward arrow, again, from here, it's the same. So save and log, it goes to the diary. Save just saves it to my catalog of recipes. Let's save and log it. And we're going to have this as another snack. Hit the check arrow, or check there. And there it is. That's the other tuna salad that I made. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. If you guys need any help, please feel free to reach out to me, Vanessa, Maddie, Angela, Berlin. They are all a great resource. Also lean on each other. If you guys have found recipes that you like, or there's other tips and tricks that you have for this app, let the world know. Thanks, guys, and happy planning.